Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
I think I'm okay. I see you've chosen for your motif this day the city of the three rivers.
It's in your honor.
I miss Pittsburgh. I love the downtown and walking around it. I never really dealt with living in a city until I went to college in Pittsburgh. And I really enjoyed the city, the downtown motif and lifestyle. And I wish I could do more of that, just traveling around and visiting different cities. And that leads me to a topic for today's discussion. And that is, why do we wait until later to do these things that we would like to do? I would love to go traveling and visit different cities.
Yeah, I think life is backwards. We should actually retire and then go to work at 40, 45. I mean, I'm going to be 76. I'm retired. I now have time to do all these neat things. I'm too tired, Joe. I used to sail, but I can't do a lot that a sailboat requires anymore. My body's just not the body of a 20 or 30-year-old. So I think we need to do something about society, and everyone should retire, then go to work at 45 or 50. And not this golden year nonsense that doesn't really exist because of health reasons, because of monetary reasons. Things are really backwards, but I'm not sure we're going to get anywhere with early retirement. I'm not sure that's a good plan.
I know that I would like things. There was that was the American dream, wasn't it? You worked for till you were 65, and then you got your pension, and you retired to the homestead and watched the children and the grandchildren play around on the yard while you sat there, drank your iced tea, and reminisced about the good old days.
And that was kind of phony because in terms of aging and health, I mean, we were sold but let's put that aside, that we were sold a false bill of goods. I think something else is at play here. And that's that each of us lives beyond, just a little bit beyond our income. So we're always going to be in debt. So we're always going to be in financial trouble. So we can never do the things we want to do. So instead of buying a house, a condo that we could easily afford and have money left over, we go to the maximum. So now there's no way out from under it. Even when we buy a car, we do the same thing. We live just a little beyond our income. If we change our thinking and say, wait a minute, I don't need that much. I can be very happy with a little less, and that would give me some more elasticity in my life. And I wouldn't have to work as much to clear the bills.
So your brilliant advice is live within your means.
Yeah, yes, that is. But and live slightly less than your means instead of slightly over your means. I mean, I looked up the national credit card debt, and it's like $5,000 or $6,000 a month per person. There's some ridiculous figure that we as Americans owe on our credit cards. And I find that mind-boggling, given the interest alone.
Well, I never liked being in debt. I always saved up to buy things. And of course, in modern times, you can't do that with a car or a house because it's not economically feasible. But I never want to retire. I never want to stop working. I just want to stop doing what other people tell me and start doing what I want to do. And that, I think, is equally rare in today's society because I know so many people who work till they reach a certain economic level, then say, okay, I can stop now. And then they sit around for a few months or a year with nothing to do, slowly go out of their minds, and then start looking for a job again.
I think, again, we're going back to our perceptions and what brings us happiness and what brings us joy. And we need to do a self-assessment, a personal inventory. What is it that makes me happy? What is it that I want? And work is really an easy false answer, because then I define myself by my work. and I see working as the goal, where we're not very good as Americans understanding ourselves and understanding what makes us happy and what we want to do with our lives. And having a job and working really makes it easier because it defines us. Oh, I'm going to get a job at Home Depot. Oh, I'm going to get a job at Lowe's. I'm going to be a greeter at the Walmart. I've now defined myself, but it's based on work, but it's not who I am and what I'd
Well,
like to do with my life.
is that indicative of our lack of creativity as a society? And that's why, here I stand on my soapbox, artists are important, because doing something creative, something that comes from yourself, instead of being told what to do, is the definition of an individual who can sustain themselves. And so many people, when they stop having someone tell them what to do, are at a loss because they have never learned the ability to think independently.
Not all of us can be successful artists, but all of us are artists. And that's what you're saying. And we have to stop and say to oneself, I don't need someone else to define me or tell me what, but I think that's what the popularity of TikTok and some of the social media is, because you can tune in and someone can tell you what you need to do to be popular, what you need to be successful. And that's very successful. I just read the latest TikTok challenge is killing people. Something to do with art, by the way. It's putting electric current into wood with a highly caustic chemical that's highly flammable on it. And a number of people have been electrocuted and set their houses on fire. This is the newest TikTok challenge.
Well, I'll stay away from that.
Yeah, please stay away from wood burning.
I'll stay away from that one. Thanks, Rabbi. Well, one thing I won't stay away from is your wisdom and observations. Have fun in Pittsburgh. Visit the O's for me. There's a nice place up the street on Forbes where you can get the best sweet potato fries. And you have to stop by Isley's for a skyscraper while you're there.
Definitely will do. And we really enjoyed the Andy Warhol Museum, because watching the Empire State Building or a person sleep for 8 or 9 hours was really thrilling. And I consider that to be great art.